We are. Hello, everybody. This is Rita here with DisNerd's Life, and fortunately, I have Sarah here with me again. Henry is on the road.
Hi.
He just told me he was going to be back around midnight tonight. So I have Sarah here, which I'm excited to have.
I'll try to be as smart as Henry. I don't know if I know all the insider DisNerd's quiz trivia like he does. I probably won't be able to stump you on anything.
He remembers things. You know, I used to be able to, like remember all that trivia, and so he'll give me questions sometimes, and I'm like, I know the answer to this, I just don't remember it. Anyway, so
It's in there somewhere.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So everybody, welcome to the show. If you're just jumping on this evening, please make sure that you are sharing out. We're going to have a fun show tonight. We're going to be talking about the Boardwalk Inn, all of our favorite things about the Boardwalk Inn. Oh, Bridget says, hey. Hey, Bridget. Glad you
Hey, Bridget.
Make sure you share out, Bridget, and let everybody know that we're out. Our scheduled feed started a little bit later. Hey, Jenny and Mike. Thank you for joining us. Anyway, we started a little bit later than we had anticipated just because of, well, you know, that's what happens. And so, here I'm trying to share out right now.
Yep, I just shared it out to my page, so I hope everybody can find us okay.
Yeah, I think they will.
And jump on.
I'm just going to share it out into the public.
Share it out.
Yes. So everybody share it out so they can join in on the conversation. The Boardwalk Inn is a really awesome resort to be a part of. So I don't know. I've been fortunate enough to be able to stay there, and I would stay there again in a heartbeat. Love, love, love the Boardwalk Inn. There's something really cool about it. But we have more things to talk about than the Boardwalk Inn, because we have told you there's a little bit of a teaser coming about an event that's going on with Middle of the Magic Travel. And with that said, I must give a shout out to Middle of the Magic Travel, who helps sponsor this show. In all transparency, Sarah and I are employed with Middle of the Magic Travel. We are independent contractors. We are travel planners. We are Disney experts. We live the Disney life. Right, Sarah?
All the time.
It's online with ears, right?
Yep.
Just us with the DisNerd life. I used a hashtag this week that I loved called DisSisters.
DisSisters, yes. That's exactly what's going on here.
That's right. That's right.
DisSisters.
So, we want to invite some DisSisters to join us next year in 2019, but we'll get to that in just a second because we have some Disney news to share with you guys.
Gotta do the news. Yep.
Absolutely. So there's 2 new promotions that came out for this summer, and if I'm not mistaken, you have to book by March 22nd, and one of them has the magic words, kids eat free. So if you book a room at the regular rate, that means at a non-discounted rate, then kids 3 to 9 get free dining, right? Am I correct on that, Sarah? I believe that's correct. But
that's the F word we like to hear.
That's right. Everybody loves the free food, and it can definitely be a money saver. And there's also a room-only discount out for 25% off deluxe resorts and 20% off moderate and value resorts. Which, you know, I may be wrong in this. I've been following Disney promotions for a long time, and I have a website I go to that I can see the history of Disney promotions, and it's not often that you find 20% off at a value resort. It's usually 10 to 15%, so I think that's kind of a big deal.
Well, I think that's something that is going to get snapped up pretty quickly. So if people are thinking about traveling for the summer and want to get it, they should probably book soon. All the promotions have a limited number of rooms allotted for them. So if you wait too long, you won't be able to get the one discount you really want. But they've got stuff going, I think all the way through August 1st, you can get some of the promotions. So
that's right.
It's time. It's time to think about if you want to go this summer, it's time to think about it so you can get it for a better price.
Yeah, Toy Story Land. I mean, that's the reason to go this summer.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely the reason to go. And Sarah's right. There is limited availability. Nothing is guaranteed. So if you really are wanting a room, make sure that you are contacting your Middle of the Magic travel agent. You can contact me. You can contact Sarah. If our personalities don't match yours, I say this all the time, there's somebody's that will. Just head over to middleofthemagictravel.com, read through all those bios, and find somebody that you feel like you're a match for. All right, so there's other news. We had some special event dates come out, which is pretty darn cool. We have two major special events, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, both of which are tongue twisters and both of which I always interchange for whatever reason. So which one's your favorite, Sarah?
Hands down, my favorite is Halloween. I love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I think, more than any other special event. Well, except for maybe Mom's Day. We'll see if we can top it. We won't have our own special parade, but we will for sure have a good time. Ticketed event for the Magic Kingdom especially. I think I love the Boo to You parade. It's awesome. The Happy Hollow Wishes fireworks, awesome. There's unlimited trick-or-treating. So, I mean, candy. Can't go wrong with a whole bunch of candy, right?
Yep.
One of my favorite things is that everybody dresses up, including the adults. It is the only time of year that adults are allowed into the park with a full costume. So, take advantage of it. A lot of people do cute, like, group costumes or family costumes, you know, where everybody's coordinated. It's just a really super cool time. And limited admission, so you can catch some shorter wait times on some of those favorite rides if you happen to be wanting to hit up some rides in between your trick-or-treating and seeing your rare characters. It's just the best.
I think
the rare characters, yeah, there's folks out that you can only see this time of year and no other time. It's just, there's so many fantastic things. I can't say enough good things about the Halloween party. If you haven't been, you gotta go.
Now, last year, that was the only place you could see Moana, wasn't it? Like, there's no place to meet Moana now. And
Alani, if you'd love to go to Hawaii, and we can certainly make that happen for you. We can book a trip to Alani for you. She's out there, but I think it's a little bit closer for her to travel to Hawaii than over to Walt Disney World, right? But yeah, that was the only, it has not been announced yet whether or not she'll be there again this year. But last year, that was the only time that anybody could see her and do picture with her.
Well, I think that's because I don't think it'll be that long till we'll be able to see her on a more regular basis.
Gosh, I hope so. I would love for her to be there more frequently. I think she's awesome. I love that story so much.
I know. It's a great, yeah, it really is.
Me too.
Yes. My daughter.
No, I love Moana. I mean,
the song from it for all of her solo competitions and things like that.
But it's a beautiful song. Why wouldn't you?
It really is. It really is.
I love it. So, but the Christmas party is also fun too.
It's my favorite.
The Christmas party is good if you have that Christmas spirit deep down in your soul, and you love the Christmas sweaters and the decorations and all
Main Street.
Festive. Yeah. I always tell people, if you can, go dressed up in a Christmas sweater, preferably an ugly one, and get a picture for your Christmas card. And then when you send out your Christmas cards, you're at Disney in your Christmas sweater, and they have hot cocoa and cookies. The best Christmas parade, I think, ever. I mean, the Christmas parade. It's the real Christmas parade, the one that they actually show on TV. On Christmas Day, it's that one. The real one. The one.
It's really awesome. I do love the Christmas party. I love the Halloween party. I used to say it was the way I got candy from my classroom. I would take bags and bags of candy. And I'd come back and look, kids, I've got candy from Disney World.
Disney candy, not just regular candy.
It's Disney candy. But, there is another special event, and I'm pretty sure they had it last year. I know they definitely had it the year before, that my family will be doing this year. It'll be a first-time thing. And it is during the Halloween season, and that is the Return to Sleepy Hollow, which takes place over at Fort Wilderness. And you get to have a photo op with the Headless Horseman. And I'm just saying, that's
it's pretty cool. I remember last year, I personally didn't go. I saw that people who had gone, I saw their pictures with the Headless Horseman, and pretty freaking awesome. So that's definitely something to add on. And that would be a good thing if you're going to do a multi-day trip in the fall. You could do that one night. You could do the Halloween party one night, and then you could go over to the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, that's perfect.
Just saying. Also happening in the fall. Just saying. We got those dates too. There's lots of good stuff coming up.
Yeah. There is something about the fall. So.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. So speaking of special events.
Speaking of special events, have you heard? we're working on putting together something special in the spring of 2019, Mom's Day in the Parks 2019. This event is geared towards people who work too much and never take any time for themselves. And if you are one of these people, and I think probably most of us are, overscheduled, last on the list of taking care of everybody else, and if you've never had the chance to enjoy Walt Disney World without your children, this event is for you.
Which I have to
This is
say, I've gone to Walt Disney World without my children on a number of occasions. And it is my way to travel.
yeah. It's completely different. Walt Disney World is an ideal family destination,
Yes.
and they do it very well. Don't get me wrong, and you should definitely take your kids. But if you have never had the experience of being able to go and take it all in for yourself without mommy, and somebody's needs a nap, and somebody has to eat at a certain time, and they're cranky because they stayed up too late and all that, take all that away, and just you, and you get to eat whatever you want. You get to ride whatever you want. You get to go on your own schedule, your own time. You can sleep in if you want. You can stay up late if you want. You can take a nap. You can sit by the pool the whole weekend if you want. That's what this weekend is all about. It's a long weekend. We're going to coordinate everything for you. You just pick up one of our vacation packages. It's got a discounted hotel room for you. And then you have the option to add on discounted theme park tickets. You have the option to add a dining plan if you like. And we'll have a whole bunch of events that are available for you to come to, or not if you prefer to just stay in your room and sleep, and you should. It's your weekend. You do what you want to do. We've got an ice cream social in PJs, I should add, arrival night. We've got 2 themed cocktail parties. We've got some fun scavenger hunts in the park so you can finish and do for some prizes. We're going to have a donut breakfast on departure day and just a lot of fun activities. And it's all going to be included with your package. So you can come to as many or as few things as you want to do. There'll be a bunch of other people there. Nobody the age of 18. Like I said, you don't have to be a mom to come to this event. You don't have to be a parent to come to this event. You just got to be over 18.
Well, and just like Bridget said, she says girls trips are the best, and that's the whole point behind this, is getting the girls.
That's the whole point. Yeah, and you don't have to worry about a thing. You guys come down and have some fun. It's just a Thursday night through a Sunday. That's it, and we'll squeeze in as much fun for you as we can. You only have to be 18 or older to come with us. You do have to be 21 or older to drink with us. I'm just going to throw that in there. We are hosting some parties with some beverages. There will be non-alcoholic beverages as well, just so everybody can come and have a good time. So yeah, and then quite a few little goodies and surprises we've got lined up too. Some nice souvenirs and nice special things. So
yeah, I've got just little DisNerd things going on. I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be pretty cool to be able to host some things. Anyway, I'm not going to give anything.
Yep, we've got a lot more coming. We haven't announced all of our events, and we haven't let go all our surprises yet. We do have more stuff in the works, and we will be letting on some details here and there throughout the next few months as we start to get everything wrapped up. I think the latest you can sign up for this event if you want to join us is December 23rd, so you do have some time. But if you want to take advantage of signing up early and guaranteeing your spot, which some of us know we're going for sure, that would be me. If you want to sign up before May 13th, we are also throwing in a gift card to Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival. That's preloaded for you to go enjoy some drinks and some snacks over there on us. So that's if you deposit for your room before May 13th. So a little bit of extra goodies thrown in there for you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Bridget says that she's an overworked aunt and she is ready to bring her friends. So, Bridget, bring them on. So, with that said, if you guys are interested, make sure you type family into the comments, and it'll give you some more information about how to get this trip started for yourself and for your friends. And it'll help you figure out how to contact your Middle of the Magic travel planner. So, yeah, awesome. Wonderful. All right. So, yay. Now we're moving on to our show topic, which is, did I skip over anything? No, I think we're good.
I don't think so. I'm just checking. I think we have it all, but if people come up with some questions while we're talking, they can just put them in the comments there and we'll answer everybody's questions that they have, or they can contact us directly and we can answer any questions you guys have about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So one of the resorts, part of this Mom Stay in the Park program that or I should say, event that we're doing, wait, let me back that up. I'm not doing anything. This is all Sarah. She's got this thing planned. She knows what she's doing. I just get to come in the fun and help out.
You're going to be there, though. You're going to be there, though, and we will have more on that later.
Yes, absolutely.
More to come.
So one of the options of the resorts that you get to stay at is at the Boardwalk Inn. So we thought, hey, this show would be a great time to talk about all of our favorite things at the Boardwalk Inn. So
Which we both love so much. We both love the Boardwalk.
Love the Boardwalk.
Yes.
Maybe even more than the monorail resorts. Anyway.
What about Fort Wilderness? I know you love Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, well, I'll always go back to Fort Wilderness because at heart I'm a camper. I love my camper. I love being there's lots of reasons why I love Fort Wilderness.
That's another show.
Yeah, I really could. I love it. But my heart always goes back there. But when I don't want to be in my camper, then there's definitely resorts that I love. So with that said, if you have anything that you have any questions about as far as the Boardwalk Inn is concerned, or if you have something that I can maybe get my dog to be quiet.
Your dog's just jealous.
I know.
Your dog's just jealous. Didn't bring extra rose gold mouse ears for everybody.
She just decided to start barking. Or if you have things that, questions about the Mom Stay Out or about the Boardwalk Inn, then feel free to jump in and ask those questions, and we will get to them as soon as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and ask my first question to Sarah.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, Sarah, what is your number one favorite thing about the Boardwalk Inn?
Well, Boardwalk Inn is my favorite resort. Hands down. I don't have 2 or 3 or 4 favorites. I have one favorite. Boardwalk is my favorite. Cool. So that being said, my husband and I got married at Walt Disney World in 2013, and we had our reception at the Boardwalk. We actually rented out the Atlantic Dance Hall. And had our reception there. We had some lovely photos taken along the boardwalk, and I adore the nostalgia of being there. We stayed there too. We stayed there before the wedding. We stayed there for our honeymoon. We've been back for anniversaries. I just love it. I love the atmosphere and the sort of retro feeling it has of just strolling along. It's beautiful by the water with all the lights lit up. There's so many cool things to do and see and eat there. That's always a good thing. Yep. And it's walking distance over to the back entrance of Epcot, which I love. If you're in the right spot, you can see the fireworks at night from Epcot, which I love. But so, yeah, Boardwalk's always going to be my favorite place. Atlantic Dance Hall is half of the happiest day of my life. Yeah,
that's a special place in the heart for sure. Having your wedding reception there. So that would be really cool.
What's your favorite though? What's your favorite thing about the Boardwalk?
Well, I want to comment really quick though on talking about the nostalgia of it. There is something about the Boardwalk Inn that does make me feel there's like this romanticized sort of idea that I would have what it's to stroll along the boardwalk back in the day, I guess you could say. Whenever that day is, I'm not sure, but it almost feels like you slow down a little bit there. And sort of take everything in, and I don't know, strolling on the boardwalk, it just does have this wonderful sort of feel to it.
No, I completely agree, and I know exactly what you're talking about. There's like this underlying sense of slowing down.
Yeah.
Just a simpler time, slow down and have a good time. Yeah, I completely agree with that feeling. I don't know what it's called, but that feeling, I felt that feeling.
Bridget says that you guys are married year twins. We had our honeymoon at Disney World and walked the boardwalk and ate ice cream. It is truly
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yay. Yeah. 2013 Dis Brides.
Yeah, the boardwalk really is romantic. Matter of fact, I would dare say it's probably the most romantic area at night that's not in the park, maybe. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Maybe somebody else has an idea of what romantic is, but I don't know. I love it down there.
The waterfront and the lights and just that strolling pace, that nowhere to go, just hanging out. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got several things why I love the Boardwalk Inn.
I'm ready.
The first one is I love it because it's a deluxe resort, and a deluxe resort has huge rooms, and I love huge rooms.
Fair,
They
fair
really are
enough. They have
spacious.
really gorgeous rooms there, yeah.
Yeah, they really are spacious, and just the decor of the place altogether really fits into what I like about. Uh, Forgive me for my words going away. What I like about I was
Deluxe resorts.
decorations. That's not what I'm trying to think. Interior design. That's what I was going for. It definitely has a feel with the interior design that I really like. It reminds me of kind of like lakeside, but not rustic. So
Yeah.
more upscale.
Yeah.
And of course, vintage. But really, one of the best things I like about it is going out on the porch and drinking coffee. So there's like a porch out there, and they have like these rocking chairs, and I've never sat in these seats. I've always wondered what they were called, but they're called kissing couches or kissing seats. It's where one seat faces this way and one seat faces this way, and so you can.
Yeah, it's shaped like an S.
Yes.
With two cushions like in the little, yeah.
Yes. But just sitting out on that porch and actually looking out over the resort is one of my favorite things to do in the morning. There's just something really wonderful about that. Again, you're slowing down. I like now I haven't checked in the last year, but there used to be an actual black and white photo booth. It's hard to find those photo booths that do black and white pictures anymore. And there's one of those on the boardwalk, which I think is great. It goes with the theme. One of my precious memories with my oldest daughter is in that photo booth. We took our pictures together, so I'm kind of, partial to that. I love that the boardwalk has that throwback to it. I also love that it has boat transportation both to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios.
Definitely. I love a friendship boat. Anytime I can get on a friendship boat, I'm on a boat.
I will say that. Anytime transportation is boat oriented at Disney, I'm like, yes, please, put me on that instead of a bus. And it's not often that you can find a resort that has two types of transportation. Transportation to two different parks. I'm sorry, is what I meant.
So close, yeah. It's a very short ride, and it's a very short walk over to Epcot too.
Yeah, so you can't beat the fact that you're going to be able to get to two different resorts by the boat. And it's a really great boat ride too. It's really nice. I also inside, and this is always anybody who's been to the boardwalk, they'll go in, and I should have put up pictures, and I didn't put up pictures. It's my fault.
Put them up after.
I need to. You're right. There are these what are called nanny chairs, and you can't miss them if you go into the boardwalk lobby. And they are always a topic of discussion. I mean, I've been in there and heard people say, "What are those chairs?" Because there are these chairs with these pictures of these faces, and it looks like they kind of like have flowers going in. They're ugly. They're ugly. Do you know what I'm talking about? But they're called.
I know what you're talking about, but you have to put a picture because there's no way to explain. It's a little bit startling.
Yes.
You're just going about your business, walking to where you need to go, and it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I love that they're there because it brings up conversation and people talk about them. What they are, at least in the research I have done, is they are chairs that used to be on carousels for nannies.
Oh, who don't want to ride the horse. Gotcha. That's very cool. And they have several very cool carousels on display in the lobby at the boardwalk. Some vintage stuff that's super detailed. Really cool to take time and look at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have some authentic things. I know when you first walk into the lobby on your left, there is an authentic banner. And I cannot remember what it's of, but it's because it's dated back. The last time I was there, for whatever reason, even when I don't stay there, I always end up over at the Boardwalk Inn. Anyway, I was reading about it, and it was 100% authentic. Of course, leave it to Disney. Theming is the best. Can't go wrong. So
for sure.
The last thing on my list, though, is jelly rolls. You talked about Atlantic Dance Hall, where you had your...
Which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. And, while it's not a wedding reception every single night, the nights that it is open, it is a dance party with music you will recognize and videos playing and beverages available. And it's a good place to go let loose. But yes, there are several other awesome spots you need to stop in if you are strolling along the boardwalk.
Jelly rolls.
Yes.
Jelly rolls. That's all I can say. If you and talk about Mom's Day in the park. All I can imagine is
Mom's Day in the jelly rolls.
At jelly rolls, singing their heart out to whatever.
So if you don't know what it is, it's a dueling piano bar. Okay, so if you've never seen a dueling piano bar, first off, let's start with that. It's a raucous good time.
Yes.
It is not a casual evening. People are into it. And then it's a dueling piano bar playing all your favorite Disney songs. Come on.
And then some. And then some. I've been to other piano bars like in Nashville. I'm fortunate to live in Tennessee where you've got the great town of Nashville where music is, abundant. Good music at that. Whether you like the country brand or not, it's just all pretty good music. But think about Disney bringing in the caliber of talent that they can bring in and putting it into a piano bar. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So now, Sarah, you had something else that what was the other?
No, yeah, there's a new little hole in the wall. I don't know if you want to call it that. Called Abracadabar that they opened recently. And it is a pretty popular spot. It's actually been pretty busy the past few times that I have been and stopped by. They have this very cool, back with the vintage theming again, of course, back to the golden age of magic, right? Yeah. So the whole theme is like show posters from magicians being up, and there's old show and magic tricks, and just a really cool, if you're going to spend a little while sitting and having a drink and looking around, it's because they put a lot of detail. Of course, it's Disney. Of course, they put a lot of detail into it. They put a lot of detail into it that you can enjoy if you take the time to sit and look around for a few minutes. So that's a really cool spot that you're going to want to stop by.
I personally would like to do a little research on that spot. The last time I went.
It's new. It's like 18 months maybe they opened it. It hasn't been open that long.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been. And it's I've been in it during the daytime, and it's something else. Like there was an open, but I was inside of it, and you think dark wood, dark red, the blood red walls. The wallpaper. It's you could tell it's very dimly lit. It has, like you said, all the things on the wall that are pretty darn cool. It's a place that I think I would enjoy going, and I look forward to doing some research on it. I think that there's probably, I don't know, but I bet there's a lot of DisNerd stuff in there.
I guarantee there is, for sure. There's no way there's not.
Yeah.
That would be an excellent stop for us.
Yes.
At Mom's Day in the Parks.
Yes.
Just saying. So other cool things you can find at the boardwalk. Do you enjoy giant cupcakes?
Who doesn't love a good cupcake?
I'm just saying. So Boardwalk Bakery has those, the size of your head Disney cupcakes. You know which ones I'm talking about that have, and you're like, yeah, those big old suckers, they have them there, and they usually have a few different varieties. And it's an awesome use of a snack credit if you're on the dining plan. You can get one of those big old cupcakes.
You can share one of those cupcakes. You can share that with, like, your whole family.
You could share one. I don't know, my whole family. I would share with another person, but I don't think I could finish one by myself. No. But you can get it to-go box if you can't finish it all. Have the rest of it later in your room.
So Bridget says she wants to take her family photos on the boardwalk. I know Disney does, photos and stuff. I wonder if the boardwalk is one of their, I would imagine it is.
Yeah, you can set up a photo session on your vacation directly with Disney Fine Art Photography. So they can hook you up with a photographer. They set you up with a time and appointment and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they'll definitely, they have different spots you can go. And I know for sure Boardwalk is one because I've seen other people doing their like family photos and group photos and stuff out there.
There's that beautiful pavilion back over there when you're walking to Epcot, to the left as you're walking by.
Seabreeze Point.
What's it called?
Seabreeze Point.
Okay. I didn't know the name of it. I know that that's a
Yes.
lot of people.
It's a gorgeous spot if you want to stop for a photo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some
For
Disney,
sure.
this is a YouTube video that went viral. Some Disney cast members got engaged there, and um, they showed like they did a whole flash mob and sang songs, and yeah,
Oh,
you'll have to look that up.
I love that. Yep, magical things happen over there. Magical things happen over there. Something that's magical. Have you been over to the brand new character breakfast that they have going on
I,
over at the boardwalk?
I have. As soon as it came out, I knew that was like a cha-ching. I've got to go try that, and I will tell you, the food, in my opinion, is the best character breakfast food or that you can get. I
Mm.
think I wish I could. And I'll have to put some photos up of that. I have the photos of the menu and the pastries, and it's kind of feel like your standard. I would almost equate it to what you would get at Cinderella's Royal Table, which I've done both breakfast at Cinderella's Royal Table and Trattoria Al Forno, and the quality of the food actually is quite the same. It's very
Cool.
good. It's excellent food, and
And who was
this.
over there? What characters did you run into over there?
So we had the Little Mermaid, Ariel. I was like, what's her name? Ariel and Prince Eric. And so there's the advantage of going over to Torre Al Forno is that you're actually going to get to meet the prince as, not the princess.
Yeah, they're hard to come by sometimes.
Yeah, they really are hard to come by.
Yeah.
And so you also get to meet Rapunzel and Flynn Rider with the smolder.
Did he do a smolder for you?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's a different kind of character breakfast because you do get to meet the guys of the group, and again, you don't. I think the only other one that I can think of that's possible is over at 1900 Park Fair for dinner. Am I right about that?
Prince Charming is there with Cinderella.
It's really hard to meet the.
Occasionally, you can see the pairs in the parks, but not at a character meal. I don't think there's another spot that's got the fellas there.
Yeah, I know when Tiana was first doing meet and greets, you could meet Prince Naveen with her. Do you know if he's still doing it?
Sometimes he is still over there. I don't know if it's on the schedule, but I have seen him. I've seen her solo, and then I've seen the two of them together. And then ditto over in Adventureland, I've seen Aladdin sometimes solo, and then Aladdin and Princess Jasmine.
I would
So
say
there's another spot you could get that couple.
I'd say Aladdin's probably the most common one that you see out. That I don't know that I think about it. But anyway. So yeah, I've actually done the character breakfast. So, Sarah, have you eaten at Trattoria Al Forno?
Yes, I went there actually when we had our top agents trip in February.
Oh, the
I
one.
was out there.
Yeah.
We had dinner there and it was fantastic. Now, there were no characters other than the group of us sitting at the table. That's another story. The food was absolutely fantastic. Everybody was saying for everything that they brought out. And I had a margarita pizza there that was
My favorite.
really rivaled what I enjoy eating at Via Napoli. I mean, it was so good. I ate the whole thing more than I should have. And I'm on vacation. Calories don't count at Disney. So I ate I ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about other
And
places?
then had dessert.
What are some other places on the boardwalk that you've eaten at or that you've been to that you've really enjoyed?
Let's see. Well, there's a whole bunch of stands and stuff along. You can get like funnel cakes and margaritas. There's a really cool ice cream shop called Ample Hills Creamery.
Mm-hmm.
They're based out of Brooklyn, and they're like a New York exclusive. And the shop they have at the boardwalk is the first location of their ice cream store that they have built outside of Brooklyn. Anywhere in the whole world. So it's the only other place you can get this specific ice cream. So that's worth a stop in, and they do samples, just saying. And then the anchor on the end, right before you get to the lovely pavilion at Seabreeze Point, the ESPN zone. Now, ESPN
If
zone.
you see a game while you're on your vacation, that's the place to go.
Oh yeah, I have a story for you about a game. Let me just tell you about a game at ESPN Zone. First out, ESPN Zone is a Disney restaurant, and you can use your dining plan there. And it is exactly what you would expect from a sports bar. They got burgers and wings and all kind of stuff. The food is great. Service is quick. Everything is cool. There's about 8 million TV screens to see every event that you never even knew was happening. So, as I mentioned, we got married back in 2013. And the evening before our wedding, we had not a rehearsal dinner, but we had a big family group dinner at what Trattoria Al Forno used to be was Cat Cora's.
Right.
We had dinner there, and we were strolling along, and unfortunately, should have known better, the Broncos were in the playoffs at the same time that we were trying to. Now, my husband is from Denver. Of course, we live in Denver now. His whole family's from Denver. We have a lot of diehard fans that were, at dinner kind of like checking their phone to make sure we know the score. I highly recommend if you have a special event, don't schedule at the same time as an important game, because we left our lovely family dinner with the pictures, and the entire group of everybody who was there was standing around the outside of the ESPN zone in our fancy clothes, screaming at the televisions because the Broncos totally screwed up the playoff game. This is what I've been told. They screwed up the playoff game in 2013. This was February of 2013. They almost made it to the Super Bowl, and then they didn't. And every person, this half of my family was extremely, extremely distraught and yelling at television sets out on the boardwalk in fancy clothing. And it was an interest. It was a group of characters too. There's another character meal that doesn't involve Disney characters.
Well, I totally
just characters in general.
I'm from Peyton Manning country. So
okay, there you go. Okay,
I'm in the Tennessee Valley. I mean, the saying is "my blood bleeds orange." So
yes.
So we understand around here people don't schedule their weddings or anything around during UT football season.
I didn't know. I would have picked a different weekend. I had no idea they were going to be going to the playoffs.
Bridget says Disney memories. Absolutely, Bridget. Absolutely.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. So every time we walk around the boardwalk and I see the ESPN zone, I picture the entire group, and there were about 50 of us at dinner, standing around the TV sets outside, going, no! And I'm like, oh, that's my family.
Hey, that's a cool place to do that, though. And it is a family-friendly area.
It's a totally family-friendly area. Absolutely. There's a lot of fun stuff. And they have, what we totally haven't even mentioned yet, they have street performers come out in the evenings and do some crazy, like, acrobatic stuff that I've never even seen, balancing things and juggling things and all kind of stuff. They have a few different people that come out and that you can play.
Yeah, it's kind of like the show reminds me of like what you can see over in Epcot.
Yeah, it's really similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are midway games there. I've never personally played them, but I do know that there are a few games over there for sure. Yeah, I would actually have never been to the ESPN zone, but I know Henry, when it gets around a certain time of the year, he would like to see some games. We were on a cruise last year, and he couldn't, because we were on a cruise, they were only showing ABC. We were on a Disney cruise.
No.
And so he couldn't see something else. And I've always thought that the ESPN club would be a really cool
It's the perfect way to fit it in. If your vacation happens to be going on at the time of an important event, you just make a reservation. Everybody gets some good food. The food is really good. And then, you can be in there and see it on every TV set, every size, and all that kind of stuff.
I'm glad to hear that the food's good, because honestly, I had always sort of kind of thought, because I just figured it would be sort of like typical,
Well, it is. It's typical what you would eat at a sports bar. Like I said, burgers, wings, fries, that kind of stuff. But if you're just looking for a laid back meal, it's exactly spot on. So that's good.
Awesome.
But there's one character that we have to mention, and we mention this with a dose of caution. How do you feel about clowns?
Okay, so I don't have any issues with clowns personally, but there is a huge clown pool over at the Boardwalk Inn. And so if you don't really care for clowns, don't plan on swimming
at that pool. There's two other pools you can go to. But the one pool has a big clown face on the front of the slide.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend it if you don't care for clowns, because it's quite large.
The slide's great. It's built like an old wooden roller coaster. I mean, it's really cool, But the clown face it's huge.
Could have picked any other face.
Can you see the enthusiasm on our faces? We both questioned. We're like,
Yeah, I don't really have a clown thing either, but that sort of like weirds me a little bit, that clown pool. So,
oh, Jenny and Mike. I don't know if I'm talking to Jenny and Mike or whoever, but they said they're excited to go. It's been years since they've been to Disney parks. Oh, this is
that's
I'm telling you, the
awesome.
Boardwalk Inn is absolutely one of the best places to stay. One of the best places.
Hmm.
And
For sure.
this is definitely one of the rooms that you can book through the Mom Stay in the Park. And the only thing I think that can possibly meet that expectation, and I only say possibly because it's across the lake, because you can still walk over to the boardwalk at night, is staying over at the Yacht and Beach Club. I mean,
Hmm.
so, yeah.
Also beautiful too.
Yeah.
Also beautiful too, and they have that short walk to Epcot, which is awesome.
But boy, that
That
boardwalk just having that boardwalk in the evening is
yeah,
something else. And get a room that overlooks the water. But your Middle of the Magic Travel Planner can help you figure that out.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's all I got, but I have some pictures if you want to put them up
Yeah.
after the show is over. I got a few pictures of the boardwalk at night and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Can we share that to your page there?
Yeah, we'll do that. Absolutely.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
There was one other thing I was trying. It left my brain. I should have put my finger down to remember. But I know. Here is a little bit of trivia for you. And I know we said we wouldn't do any trivia, but
That's okay. I'm game. I'm just not as good as Henry. That's all.
well, and you don't have to. Okay, so you know how you were talking about the Ample Hill Creamery, right? And
Yeah,
outside of
Ample Hill
Brooklyn?
Creamery.
Okay. Well, there is the Big River Brewery over
Yes.
there. Okay. There's two other locations for that brewery, and they're
Really?
in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Isn't that interesting? Now I know that they brew in-house some of the stuff that they serve on the menu there.
Yeah.
So it's not just brewed by name, but actually they are brewing beer there.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's from Tennessee also.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. No, it's a great place to eat around here. It started off in downtown Chattanooga, and then they branched out and put a place at the local big mall in Chattanooga. But yeah, it's local to me. So when I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, Disney has a way of getting things you can't get anywhere else, and that's definitely one of them is their different restaurants for sure.
So if you're looking for a good local microbrewery, that's definitely a place to stop while you're down there.
Also on the boardwalk, I'm telling you, it's the best place. It's an awesome
It
place.
really is. It really is. Well, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us as we talked about our favorite things at the Boardwalk Inn. And I'm sure next week we're going to be talking about our favorite things again. No. I apologize. We are not having a show next Sunday. We are skipping next Sunday, and so we will be back on the Sunday after that. And if I remember correctly, I'll have to look at my notes, but we are talking about our favorite things at a different resort. I just don't know what that resort is.
Will you put up a notification like you did?
I will.
Awesome. Okay.
I have to wait a week to put it up because I think I have a certain amount of time before I can, before they expire. So, but I will definitely put up a notification for that next show. And we thank you guys so much for joining us. And
Cool.
Sarah, thank you as always for coming on the show. I love it.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Anytime.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So we will see you 2 Sundays from now, 8:30 Walt Disney World's time. And Bridget, happy Easter to you too. And we'll talk.
Happy Easter, Bridget.
Yeah.
And happy Easter to everybody else.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all have a wonderful evening and a fantastic week.
Woohoo.